Greetings, everyone. I hope you're all well, happy, and warm. The purpose of this little conversation is to talk about some of the key elements that are necessary for personal growth and development. The central theme of the work that we have to do really involves activating our ability to choose how we are going to be, who we are going to be, and why we are going to engage in life on that level. This requires us to really consider ourselves as becoming the author of our own lives, as opposed to having life happen or just unfold without us actively controlling the process. Becoming the author of our own lives really requires us to be psychologically mature, meaning we are ready, willing, and able to analyze our thoughts and behaviors and then manage those thoughts and behaviors so we achieve the life outcomes we desire and are willing to work for. According to McGoldrick, who is quoted in our reading, our goal has to be the development of a mature, interdependent self, meaning that we are fully capable of standing on our own. However, we are also able to participate fully in society. This is a key point for us to keep in mind. The idea that we are at once an independent and interdependent being. According to Erickson, we are social beings and we do have the concept of the self in context. Authoring our own lives actually requires us to be very conscious of how our life has been shaped, what our decisions have been, and why we have made those decisions. It requires that we really take a look at what our beliefs are, how those beliefs were formed, what choices we've made, and an active, ongoing assessment of whether or not those choices and decisions are actually working for us now. A thorough examination really requires us to understand the nature of what a life script is and how that life script is impacting our day-to-day living. As you are considering the reading this weekend, I'd like you to take a look at what your life script might entail or does entail, and identify for yourself what's working for you and what's not. A full examination of who we are and how we got to be where we are really requires us to take a look at the injunctions that we have incorporated into our being. They are perhaps at the fiber, at the core of how we think and how we behave. We must examine them and really look at what their impact is. What's working, what's not. So to wrap up our conversation, being able to truly create our autonomy and independence requires psychological maturity, the ability for us to function independently and interdependently, and for us to really be able to connect fully with others. It requires a lifelong commitment to self-analysis, self-acceptance, and self-management at large. So, for next Tuesday, I need to ask that you please read the remainder of Chapter 3 and complete the self-inventory, which is going to begin on page 86. It's a multi-page inventory, and I think it's very valuable. As well, I would appreciate it if you would interview a family member and write their responses to the questions that you see here on screen. There will be a journal for Chapter 3 and for some additional questions which you'll see once you open the journal. In the meantime, have a great weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday, come snow or sunshine. Take care.